Hello, welcome back. For today's video, I'm going to be trying out some new drugstore makeup. So I have this selection here. So we've got some Pixi, we've got some No7, but I've never tried their makeup. I've tried their skincare like years ago, but never their makeup. I've got some L'Oreal, some Winky Lux, some Wet n Wild, Revolution, and also this brand as well, which is called J.Cat, that I actually picked up in Spain. I think it's a European brand. Oh, and this new lipstick as well from Max Factor. So I'm going to start off by doing eyes, and I have these two products here. This one, since I bought this, because I bought it when it was quite new, I think, like literally a couple of days beforehand, has been extremely popular online, and it looks incredible. I can't wait to use it. I was saving it for this video. But this is the Wet n Wild Chameleon Chrome eyeshadow foil. So I thought we could use that just all over the top lid. And then I also, as I say, have this one from J.Cat, which I believe is a little bit similar, but it's not like a multi-chrome one. This is the Pris-Metal chrome. Oh, it is chrome, but just not duochrome eye mousse. So I don't know, I was going to use them together, and then I thought they're quite similar in colour, so I don't know whether to run this underneath my lower lash line. So this is the J.Cat one. It's kind of giving me MAC eyeshadows. And then this is what the product looks like here. Let's give it a little, oh, it's quite hard to get my finger in there actually. Oh, it's very tightly packed. Okay, so it's like that. And then if we give it a little, oh, if we give it a little swatch. Doesn't look too great, does it, on the swatch? We'll see. It's not as, it doesn't look as foiled or as chrome as this one does though. So I think we might be okay to do it on the lower lash line. So this here is the Wet n Wild one. How stunning. Look at this. I was not expecting that at all. Ooh, it's quite hard to pick up. It's quite small. Yeah, look. I was expecting it to be a little bit firmer. Not firm, but firmer. Oh, it's almost like a gel. So let's give that one a swatch as well. I felt like it was running down. Oh yeah, see, that's more of a glitter. Like a gel glitter. Right, okay, change of plan. What I'm going to do is use the other one all over the lid, and then I'll use this over that as a glitter topper. Oh, these are going to get messy, aren't they? The swatches actually weren't too messy to remove, so, you know, that's quite promising. Right, so we're going to start off with this one, and I'm going to, as I say, use this all over the lid to start off with. See, it's quite kind of bulky. I use the word bulky because it comes off in, like, bulks. Right, I'm going to just go straight on to the lid with no primer, because this is like a moussey texture. I think that we should be all right without a primer. To be fair, it goes onto the lid quite nicely. I just think it's one of those products you need to build up. So we'll take it right in to the inner corner. And as I say, just sweeping it across the whole lid. Interesting. So I got it all over the lid, and then I used my finger to try and kind of blend it a little bit more. It's gone extremely patchy. Can you see that? There's literally like no product here, although I have gone over that area. And then here, it's looking so patchy. And then, as I say, I use my finger. So if you watch, when I press on it with my finger, I'm only pressing lightly, and then it takes it off, which is really strange. So it's on my finger, completely takes it off. I'm going to try and do the same thing on this side, but I'm going to use a primer and see if that helps. So I'm just going on with my usual Sigma primer, and we'll just pop that onto this eye. Okay, and then we use the same technique. So I'm going to go on with my brush. The reason I went on with my brush is because I didn't want it to be too metallic, but looking at it, as I say, my finger wouldn't have been a lot better. And then we'll go on top. It's definitely going on a bit better, but I can't really say until I've got it all over the lid. I do feel like it's going on more like a shimmer shadow with the primer underneath than on the other side, which, if I'm being honest, is kind of what I was going for anyway. But then as I've started to build it up, can you see it's done exactly the same thing? So with and without primer, I mean, the unprimed side does look worse, I'm not going to lie, but this side doesn't look great either. I just don't think it's a very good product. Yeah, am I using it wrong? I don't know. I can't see how I am, to be honest with you. I've tried every which way, but yeah, not really a fan of that. So let's see if we can make it any better by using the one from Wet n Wild very carefully. This is, I will say as well, there's not as much product in there as I thought. It kind of goes down to about where this bit here is. That's not too unheard of though. I think I'm going to use a brush again, just because I don't want to get it massively all over my fingers. I'm going to take it onto my brush like this. I'm going to definitely use Little and Often with this one. It's one of those products, if you spill it, it will go everywhere, so be extremely careful if you use this. I have a feeling this is going to break up that shadow underneath, you know, because this is quite a wet formula. And the one underneath, as I say, it's just not really clinging to my lid anyway. Oh, what is that? It's just not moving. Let's try my finger. Can't get my finger in there with my nails. What is going on? It is literally just using my finger. It's just completely taken that off from underneath. Right, I've got a load on my brush now. I'm gonna go last stitch attempt. Oh, see, look at that. I think you just have to take a lot of it. And but you have to be so careful with it. I have a feeling that this is just gonna crease. Right, so that's where I've got it to. It still looks patchy, I think so. I'm gonna try and do something with it just to fill in those patchy bits and then let it dry down properly. I don't want to open my eye until this is fully dry. I'm not gonna lie, I cannot get on with this. I've had to layer that one so heavily. I mean, don't get me wrong, on camera, or at least, you know, when you're just looking at my eye, it is pretty cool. I'll turn my head, like the multi-chrome on it, but it looks horrendous. It looks absolutely horrendous. I suppose if you're just using it in the centre as like a slight halo, it would be quite cool, but all over the lid, which is, to be honest with you, is what the inspiration I took was off their website. It just doesn't look great at all, and it's really, really hard to work with. Such a shame, because I normally love Wet n Wild products. Like all the ones I've tried, I've got on really well with. This one just isn't for me. I think I'm just going to take this off, you know, because I really don't like how it feels either. And then we will go ahead with the rest. I think what I'm going to do is put a bit of bronzer on, and I'll just try and use that on the centre a little bit. Oh, trial and error. Okay, that was awful to take off because the flakes were quite big. It was really scratchy. So I'm just going on with my bronzer. This is my usual bronzer. It's the Delilah Sunset Bronzer. And then we'll just take that literally all over the lid. Okay, and then I'm just going to take a little bit of that glitter on my finger, I think, and just use it as though it is supposed to be not patchy but like sporadic. So I'm just going to go on the centre, just here. Oh, it just doesn't come off your finger unless you swipe. I'll have to kind of pat, swipe and move. I'm just going to do one eye because if I don't like it, I'll take it off again. No, it's so hard to use. It really is. I've tried everything. I give up. But yeah, those two products are not for me at all. I was just trying to have a bit of fun with them. What a palaver. Right, so I'm just going to do my primer. So I'm going on with this one here from Revolution. It's the Superfix Super Grip Primer. This has been out ages. I literally just found it when I was going through my stuff and I thought I haven't even opened this yet. So I'm going to incorporate it into this. Oh. So we take about that much, which was about 2 pumps. The first one was a bit non-existent. So yeah, it's like a sticky sort of primer. And then I'm going to use it on the areas where I'm most porous, which, to be honest with you, is most of my face. Oh, it smells nice. I'm going to use it here. We'll go on my nose with it. Take the rest on my chin. I'm just going to press that in as well. I love the smell. It's really nice, actually. It's not over perfumed. It's quite a faint smell, but it smells kind of fresh. Ooh, it does leave a nice finish on the skin. So what was in that one? Oh, watermelon extract. That's what I can smell. It does smell watermelony and amino acids. I need to clean my brushes today because all my favourite ones are dirty. Right, so let's try this mascara while that's taken. So it's the Winky Lux Detail Oriented Mascara. That's all it says. I love the packaging. I love Winky Lux packaging. This one is in the shade Type A Black. They do now have this in a brown as well. So it's a really skinny bottle with a massively long lid. Oh, how tiny is that wand? Don't know how I feel about this. Right, let's give it a go. I will say that with the wand being so dinky, it does actually like grip every single, that's quite good, isn't it? Does actually grip every single lash, which is great. And you can get right to the base as well, like really easily. And, you know, you can get both sides without getting too much on your lid, which is, I'm always getting mascara all over my lid. I have to say, I discovered, well, I came across Winky Lux because it's not readily available in the UK. You can buy it in the UK, but you have to get it sent over from America. And when I went to America last year, I saw it in Ulta and I fell in love with the packaging in the store. I've heard other people talk about it, like, you know, American YouTubers. And yeah, I was like, oh, that is amazing. And I bought, I can't remember what it was. I think I bought the highlighter, like the flower one. And it was so beautiful, like a really nice product in itself. And yeah, they actually sent me, I think this was one of the things they sent in PR. They actually sent me a box with some bits and pieces to try a while ago now. And this was one of the things that was in there. And yeah, I've never been disappointed with any of their products. Oh, look at that. That's one coat. That's actually really good, isn't it? Yeah, the wand being so thin and so skinny is so easy to use. Like, I've got none on my eyelid, which is really rare for me. But yeah, and look, it gives a beautiful curl. You've got that lift. I mean, my eyelashes are quite curly anyway. They kind of grow that way now, which I'm not mad about. But yeah, I think it's really nice. Definitely adds length. So that's 2 coats on now. I think that's a really nice mascara, you know. Yeah, lovely. I do have a Winky Lux discount code as well. I can't put it, I think it's 15% off. It's linked down below. So let's go on with some foundation or a base. I have this one here from Pixi. It's the H2O Skin Tint. This is a fairly new product. So I've got the shade Nude. So Tinted Face Gel. I've tried their like, oh, I say old skin tint years and years ago, but that was like more of a BB cream. I think it actually was called BB cream, or is. They probably still do it. Water-based tinted face gel evens out skin tone and gives complexion a flawless no makeup look. Hydrates and provides all day wear. Contains antioxidant rich green tea, moisturising rose water, soothing English chamomile and relaxing lavender. Fragrance free. So, oh. So like that, it's a pretty good colour. Then I'm just going to go on with a brush first and then we'll press it in with my sponge as I normally would. I'm not expecting this to give much coverage. It's just a skin tint, but I like that, especially this time of the year. It's not bad though for a skin tint. Just gonna use, this is from Rosalique. It's their base brush, and we'll just press it in a bit. Do you know what, that's actually quite nice. I'm just going to use my sponge to press it in further. For a skin tint, that's actually really nice. It's covered. If you look on this side, I've got so many imperfections at the moment. The heat just draws them out, but you can see there's quite a lot of redness in my skin, and on this side it's definitely evened it out. Look forward. I mean, you can really see, can't you? I'm just curious to see on the areas where it's more prominent, if I just pop a little bit more, how buildable it can be. I love the texture of it. I expected it to be like a gel, do you know what I mean? Like the primer that I used earlier. By the way, that's working really well under this. but it's not at all. It's like, it's quite a moussey sort of texture actually. It feels really nice. I'd say it's fairly buildable. It hasn't made too much difference where I've just layered that bit, but it does look lovely. Like when you compare the two sides, it does look really nice. Okay, let's go ahead and do the rest. Okay, so that's how it looks now all over. I think that is a really nice product. It feels nice as well. It doesn't feel like I've got any makeup on at all. It's so lightweight. I love the finish of it, and it is quite matte when it dries down, but it's still, when it catches the light, gives you that natural glow. So it's not too flat at the same time, but it is a beautiful, beautiful product. And as I say, the texture of it, I've got hair somewhere, it's moving around my face. The texture of it is absolutely beautiful to work with. It really is. It just, yeah, it dries down nicely. Does what it's supposed to do, really. Yeah, I suppose what I'm trying to say is it's an absolute pleasure to use. It really is, and how it looks is, you know, all I could wish for really for a skin tint. It actually gives a bit more coverage than I'd ask, and yeah, looks great. I've also got this one from Pixi as well. This is another new product. This is the Correction Concentrate Colour Correcting Concealer. I'm going to try this on my under eyes. I've got the shade Brightening Peach. I've always found peach is a really great colour for me for the under eyes. I don't have masses of darkness, but I do have some slight hollowing, and I find peach is a really good one for minimising that because it really does brighten. Such a cute little pot, look at this. So this bit here is glass. This is so dinky. So it looks like this. So as you can see, it's a real nice peachy tone. I'm going to take a bit on a brush. I'm just going to kind of swirl in there a bit. I'm going to pop some at the front, just here. I don't go too heavy-handed with any concealer. I always find less is more. I'm just going to pop a bit here as well. And then I'm just going to use the same brush and we'll just pat that through. You see here, this is where I get my kind of hollowing. So I'm just going to take it right down to there. Oh, it's a really nice formula of concealer, you know. It's not too wet and it's not too dry. It's like the perfect in between, if you know what I mean. I do find if they're too wet, you know, they crease easy. And if they're too dry, then yeah, it just enhances any creases. I don't use powder on my under eyes either for that same reason. I don't like my under eyes to look too dry. It just, to me, it just looks cakey. Just keep pushing that into the skin until I'm happy with it, which I'd say I am now. Oh, look, can you see? If I sit back a bit, that's really nice. It doesn't look like I've got any makeup on my under eyes. It doesn't look heavy, it doesn't look cakey. Obviously I didn't use a lot of it, but I never would anyway. But you can definitely see it looks so much more even there now. You can see here, this is the bit I was on about where I get this little bit of hollowing. Oh, that looks great, doesn't it? Really nice. I've seen a lot on this product online and a lot of people have praised it, and yeah, it is a really nice product. Just go onto this side as well. Okay, just work that in. Concentrating on this area here. Wow, that's so nice. Like really nice, so brightening, isn't it? But in a good way. It doesn't look like I've got obvious concealer on my under eyes. It does exactly what it's supposed to do. Love that. I think that is really nice. Oh, Pixi are pulling this back today. I do love Pixi makeup though. I don't think I've had anything that I've found disappointing at all. So let's try a bit of bronzer. So I have this one from No7. This has been out a while, but I've heard so many good things about it. A lot of people comparing this to the Chanel bronzer, and this one is the Soft Glow Cream Bronzer. I think, well, I think this just comes in the one shade, but then someone else said to me, like someone I know personally said it does come in 2 shades, so I'm not sure, but this one's in Light Glow. But yeah, in the store, they literally had 1 shade and there was only 1 shade that they sold as well. Oh, it's quite big, isn't it? It's like a body souffle. Oh, look at that. That looks good enough to eat. That looks like a chocolate mousse, doesn't it? Yeah, don't eat it. So I think I'm going to take this brush and get, oh, it feels so nice. Just going into it, it feels really nice. Oh, it's quite dark. Ooh. I hope it blends out okay. I've gone in really heavy-handed, probably more than I should have. So, oh, do you know what? That's all right. So I'm just going to put it in my usual areas. I'm going to start by kind of stamping it first. And then, oh, I've gone too much. Always take it too much, don't I? Just around the top, oh, around the top of it there as well. Panic stations. I am going to take this brush and just use that to blend that out a bit. Hopefully it'll work. Seen a lot of people say that this is pretty much a foolproof, or it's fine, a foolproof bronzer. I seem to be being able to blend it out really quite easily actually. I do find I'm just not very good with placement of like contour, bronzer, that sort of thing. I have to have a product that I really like, and I know like that's my product, like the Delilah one for example, that's my product. And then I kind of have my routine. I know exactly where to put it and where it works and whatnot. But I have to say this one's working incredibly well. And it's a nice bronze as well. I'm just going to take my sponge just to kind of blend it into the skin tint a bit as well. That's worked really well. I think that's lovely. Let's try the other side. Let's not take quite so much this time. See, it still looks really a lot, doesn't it, when you first put it on? And I went in literally with 2 dips this time, so it is quite pigmented, but then as you saw on the other side, you can blend it out quite easy as well. And this is just a Primark brush, but I have to say, I quite like the Primark brushes. A few of my favourites are from Primark. See, it just blends out so easily. That side's better because I didn't go on quite as heavy. But yeah, it blends out so easy. I need to take a bit of that away, don't I? I think that's stunning, really nice. And it's so easy to use. It really is. I have tried, you know, cream bronzers in the past, of course I have, but I've just found them to be quite complicated to work with. I've had to work either really quick because they've dried down too quick, or as I say, my placement's just been so wrong and I've spent ages trying to sort it out. Whereas this one is like they say, foolproof. It is a really easy product to use and I love the finish of it. And I think it's really nice, and obviously it blends really easy as well, because I went from way too heavy to this, which I think looks fine. Fabulous. Right, so next we'll go on with another No7 product. This is brand new. So this is their Velvet Cloud Coral Kiss blush. Cream to powder blush. It was giving me Rare Beauty when I looked at it. Lovely packaging. Look at this, really nice. And then it looks like this. So it looks a little bit creamy, a little bit powdery, and it's slightly domed. So let's go on this side. Just take a bit onto my brush. I love a shade like this, especially in the summer. It's like a real pinky coral. Onto this side. Probably didn't take enough. I didn't go in very heavy at all. Because of the pigment of the bronzer, I was like quite careful with it. I can definitely take more. Oh, that's better. Oh, that's so nice. It's very understated. It's quite natural, but I mean that in the best way possible. Like without and with, it gives a really nice flush, and it's such a pretty shade. It is like the perfect pinky coral. I do feel like I could go in with a bit more, but I don't want to layer it too much. But yeah, I think that's really beautiful actually. Really nice. And it's quite matte. It dries down quite matte, but again, if I move my head, you can see it still catches the light where it should do. I can't believe I've never tried any No7 makeup before, because I think these are lovely. And then lastly for the face we have a highlighter. It's another Pixi product. It's the On The Glow Superglow, but this one is in the shade Petal Dew, which is a little bit of a purpley shade. So it's one of these ones. I have so many of these. I love them. Wind it up. I'll give it a quick swatch on my arm first so you can see it in its full intense colour. Like that. Whoa, look at that. Beautiful. That's going to be a really nice highlighter. Yeah, it's like a pinky lilac almost. I'm going to take it onto a brush, which is molting. Hold on. It's so old, this brush, but I really like it. It's the Zoeva Luxe highlight brush. I don't even know if they sell this anymore. And then I'm going to pat it on. Ooh, look at that. Stunning. And then I'm also going to use it just to blend it in. Stunning. Beautiful. Look at the glow. It is, in person, that looks so good. It's like a wet look highlighter. My kind of thing, to be honest with you. So without, with, and oh, it just looks so natural. It looks really nice and dewy. Yeah, and it doesn't look like pink. Do you know what I mean? When it's on the face, it's just stunning. Really nice. And yeah, one of the things I do like about these is obviously, you know, they are called on the go because they're supposed to be quick and easy to use. And that's exactly what they are. You don't have, there's no faff with them. Do you know what I mean? You can just, I've got the base sticks, you know, like the foundation. I have the bronzers, the blushes, the highlighters, and they've all been really easy and very quick to use. You know, if you're someone that doesn't have a lot of time to use makeup in the mornings, this brush is mowing like crazy, and you just want, you know, something that like done, like 10-minute job. These are ideal. I just love it. It is so pretty, really nice colour. So I'm going to lock that in and I'm going to use this here. So this is the L'Oreal Infallible 3-Second Mist, except this one is the Cherry Edition. So this is a limited edition one. Give it a quick shake. I've not even, no, I have used the original one and it's like a continuous mist. I can't smell cherry. Is it just the cut? Maybe it's just because it's like this pink to red ombre rather than just the red. Or is the product actually the same? Right, let's set it down anyway. Enough chit chat. Oh, it literally feels like you're putting hairspray on your face. I haven't done that since I was 16 years old. God, it doesn't taste very nice either. It does dry down quickly. And it leaves a nice finish on the skin. It doesn't look any different to the original. It really doesn't. I think it's just like maybe the can, because it smells the same as well. It doesn't smell like cherry. But yeah, it definitely looks lovely on the skin. And, you know, the other one, I remember when I used it, I did a wear test with it and everything, and it lasted so, so well. So I would imagine this one's exactly the same. I'm just a bit disappointed. I thought it was going to smell like cherry. Very lastly, I have this Max Factor Mellow Blur Stick. So this is one of these. It's like a Stilo lipstick, and I think it's supposed to be like a bit of a blurring finish. So, oh yeah, like a really nice, oh, that colour's stunning. Like a really nice matte blurred finish, which I love. So let's give it a whirl. No liner. Oh, it's very smooth to go on. Lovely colour. I haven't even told you what it is. It's really weird. I can smell. It smells. Is that my perfume? No. That's so weird because it smells kind of sweet, but then the stick doesn't smell of anything. And it tastes sweet. Oh, I don't know. But yeah, that's what it looks like. Oh, that is so nice, that colour. It feels so good. It doesn't feel, you know, it looks matte, but it doesn't feel matte. It doesn't feel dry or, you know, tight or anything like that. It feels really, really comfortable. It actually feels like a lip balm. Mochi Mauve is what this one is. I can't get over that. I was not expecting it to feel like that at all. I thought it was going to be quite, I've got other blurring product like the Fui pudding pops and that sort of thing, and they're comfortable, but you can feel them on, do you know what I mean? You can feel their matte, whereas this one, not at all. It actually feels just like a lip balm, but with a matte finish. I've never seen anything like that. There probably is something like that in the K-beauty world, but I've not come across it yet. Can't stop pressing my lips together because it feels so nice. So here is the finished look, and although it completely didn't go to plan, I am happy with it now. Yeah, the eye products, no, definite no for me. Yeah, even this one, you know, I don't know, it's weird. I thought it was going to be quite quite a punch, do you know what I mean? But it isn't at all. It's like, bearing in mind it's described as being a mousse, it comes off as an incredibly tightly packed eyeshadow that is really difficult to use and just doesn't spread very well. Yeah, the Wet n Wild one, what a disappointment, because I was so excited to use that. I thought, oh, I'm going to do a really nice fun eye look today, you know, go way out my comfort zone, but no. It just didn't work for me at all. Everything else though, I love it. I love my base. The Pixi products, all amazing. They worked incredibly well. I love the No7 products as well. The lip blur is so, so beautiful. Can't get over how it feels on the lips. It feels so moisturising, it really does. Even the primers work really well. You know, it looks, the skin tint that I used over the top, layered over it beautifully. You know, it's worked great. Oh, I tell you what I did really like though, was the concealer. 10 out of 10 for that, because I can't get over, like here, it's completely disguised it. I think it's great. So yeah, as always, I will link all the products shown in today's video in the description box below for you, along with any discount codes as well. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed watching, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up, and I'd really appreciate it. It'd mean the absolute world to me. If you did enjoy watching this video and you would like to see more content from me in the future, and you would like to subscribe to my channel. Until then, thanks for watching. Bye.